Hi everybody. I just want to do a little quick hi. School starts tomorrow. I think someone asked to have a little live before we go back to school tomorrow. So that's what I'm doing. And I always load my lives up onto my YouTube channel as well. So you can always go back and you can go and watch them. And I post most of these TikTok sort of lives to my YouTube channel as well if you want to go back and watch them again. They're all in there. But yeah, are we keen to go back to school tomorrow? I think some of you have already been back to school already, because I know private schools have been back for a while. Tips for grade 10. I'm a grade head for grade 10, or assistant grade head for grade 10, so that's my specialty year, I suppose. I guess the thing I would say is if you're starting grade 10, you should be working on the finesse in the subjects that you're taking. So like, you've specialized in your subjects now, you now need to put in a lot of work, and grade 10 is a lot harder than, you know, your other grades. But I think you should also just enjoy your grade 10 year, because you're just learning like what you like and whether or not you want to keep the subjects that you chose. But I think you'll be fine. I think you will be fine. My favorite thing about being a teacher. My favorite thing about being a teacher. Oh, happy Valentine's Day, Ayanda. I don't know, I guess just there's this moment when you're a teacher, when you're teaching, and the moment one of your students just like, they just get something. They're like, yes, I understand it. That's the most exciting part about being a teacher for me, anyway. And I just love teaching. I like showing people how to do things and explaining things. And that's, you know, life sciences, I think, is a great subject because of that. And there's lots of people who have lots of interest in it. So, yeah, I just love it. And I love interacting. I could never be a person who has like a desk job. I need to interact with people. So that's another reason why I just really love. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Sorry, I'm trying to scroll backwards to read stuff. Because there's so many people who were in, and now I'm just trying to see and read all whatever was written earlier. Joe. I see you. I didn't ghost you, my man. I didn't ghost you. I actually came back to Oudtshoorn a couple of times, just so that you know. It's not my fault you weren't around when I was there to say hi. I actually was just there this year as well. So I didn't ghost nobody. I did actually start working at a different school, so it's not like I can be there every day to see you. Sorry. What can I say? I leave an impression on my students. So just so that everybody also knows what my page is about, since everyone is like all up in the mix, like asking teacher drama. My TikTok is not just about student and teacher drama. I actually have a main purpose of this channel, which is life science teaching. So if you're in grade, I mostly put a lot of attention to grade 10, 11 and 12, because you know, you're seniors, you need more attention. So for the rest of the year, that's what my TikTok is dedicated to. It's dedicated to making short little videos to help you throughout the year, how to study life sciences, how best to study life sciences, because it's quite a technical subject when it comes to content. There's so much of it. I see someone's asking about their project, their bio ORT project, and I will answer you now. But I just wanted to clarify that my TikTok, I want it to be what it is now, but I want you to know that for the rest of the year I'm going to be doing lots of other stuff with it, like educational stuff. I also have a YouTube channel. The link is in the bio of my TikTok if you want to go and join. And for now I mostly have grade 12 resources there, but the focus of my year this year is to add in as many grade 10 and 11 resources as possible to help everyone out there, because I know that online schooling has been really difficult for many people, and I just want you guys to get the best education possible. Whether you get to see your teacher every day or you get to see me sometimes, that's what I want. So there was a question that I got earlier just now about a good biology OTR project. Essentially, if you're an IEB student and you're in matric, I think it's in matric if I remember correctly, you have to do a research task. And I've done that particular, I've done IEB and I had to do that exact same task. I'm not sure what the terms are of the project, because it's been a long time since I've been in grade 12, but I will say my topic, because you could, from when I can remember, you could pick anything you like. The topic I picked, which my biology teacher really enjoyed, was, do you find people who are attractive similar to your parents? In other words, do you choose people based on the way your parents look and behave? So do they set up like a model for what you find attractive, whether it be physically or whether it be like emotionally, like certain qualities that they have? Do you look for that in other people? We focus specifically in the tests and stuff and the research that we did all physical stuff. So like, do you and if you're and it's quite difficult actually, because you have to think about, well, are these heterosexual people, are they homosexual people, what happens if they're adopted and these aren't their parents? So it was a great project. It was quantitative data, which means we took photographs of like noses, eyes, ears, mouths, like a big collection, and then we did a questionnaire and we said, which of these best represents your parents' facial features? And then the second part of the questionnaire was, which facial features did you find most appealing? And there was somewhat of a correlation between the two of them, not always, but that's the beauty of research, is you're just trying to find out what it isn't so that you can sort of work towards more what it is. But there's so many different topics, and I've had so many questions about what you could pick for a task. Sorry, I gotta go all the way back because I've missed so many messages because I've been talking so much. Am I South African? Yes, I am. I am South African. Some advice for grade 9s. Grade 9s, you should be putting a lot of thought into what subjects you want to be taking into grade 10, but still enjoy your year. I mean, your grade 9 year is your grade 9 year. It's often actually a year that I feel like my students grow emotionally more than anything else. So it's sort of a year that I think that you should spend more time growing for yourself than perhaps worrying too much about your academics at that point. I think it's Geraldine, your advice for first day of high school. Okay, so if many of you are starting high school for the first time tomorrow, don't pick your friend group on the first day. That's the piece of advice I'm going to give you. Don't pick them on the first day. So I know that you're going to be there. Maybe you already found like people that you're friendly with and you're like, those are the people I'm going to hang out with. just wait, like be a bit of a social butterfly, you know, try and, if you're not and you're a bit of an introvert, try and just try different groups of people. I know that people are quite cliquey, like sometimes some people will be like, well, we came from this school and we came from this school, so we don't mesh together. But that's what I mean, is be patient and don't pick your friends too soon. And just enjoy the first couple of days. Don't be too nervous. Seniors are always trying to walk around acting cool, like they also weren't a grade 8 at some point, and trying to like be intimidating or whatever. Whatever. Don't worry about them. I think you're going to love high school. Enjoy the moment, because you only get one first day of high school. What's with this? What's the story with the kids dating? I posted another video just now, sort of following up on that, and I've got a couple others that I'm going to be posting. I recorded this morning, so you'll see. You shall see. What job would I have chosen? Okay, I was actually studying environmental impact, so essentially I would have worked for a company that would consult mining companies, building companies, like engineers, civil engineers, chemical engineering groups, and essentially our job would be to go to a location and say like, you're impacting the environment in these following ways, you have to do this, you change this, or maybe you can't build a building here because you're going to kill like a really rare frog, so you can't build the building there. That's what I was studying. But then genetics is actually something that I'm really passionate about, so that's something that I spent some time, but at the end of the day I ended up being a teacher, so official, I think it's recreator. Have I ever had a big fight with a student? Yes. Let me tell you, I have taught at somewhat of a difficult school before, and it's been intense. But it wasn't a physical fight. It was just arguing backwards and forwards, getting nowhere, and then eventually I walked away because there's no point in arguing and fighting with the student. It's just, I'm the adult. I need to separate myself from that, and yeah. But nothing crazy, guys. Nothing crazy. I'm not throwing down. Someone asking you, how old are you in grade 10? In grade 10, you're 16. Why do you use your hands so weird? You mean all this? You like this? Like this? Does this bother you? Because these are just my mannerisms. Have you never seen your teachers? Do your teachers not? This is called gesticulation. That's what this is. So yes, I use my hands to speak. What of it? This is how it happens, guys. This is how it happens. Can't help it. I can't help it. Hello. Let me... I see people are hating my hands. Eve, I think it's Eve. What country do I live in? I live in South Africa. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I'm just going to try and... I keep having to scroll all the way back. Oh, I know. I missed your matric ball. But you know what the problem was, Joe, is that the irony of it was your matric ball was on the same day my new school's matric ball was on. I know, awkward. And I had to choose, and I had to be there, essentially. It wasn't more of a choice as more as it being like I have to be there. I'm sorry, but I wasn't there. So yeah, I'm not gonna go too long live today, because what I want to be doing is I just wanted to say hi to everybody and to sort of like get you all in the mood for school tomorrow. Yeah, what else was I gonna say? I can't think of it now. Oh yes, it was that I would really, 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 really like it if everybody would just go have a look through, especially I get a lot of questions about like what to expect for the year that you're in. So if you're in grade 8, grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, grade 12, I've got loads of TikToks up there and they're labeled, so you just go look for you got to look for the grade in the title and you'll find it. Unfortunately, I can't really get all the way up to Krugersdorp High. It's a little bit far away. I live all the way in Cape Town, so it's a tad distance. Hello, Keegan. Can't all teachers be like me? You know, what can I say? No. Let me tell you something. Most teachers are really nice people. They just choose not to show you who they are just because they like to keep that side of them private. And as much as you see me here on TikTok and you see my videos and that is a part of my personality, that's just a smidge of my personality. You're not going to get that all the time in the classroom with me either. And so people shouldn't confuse friendliness and this kind of energy that I have with not being serious, not being able to get the job done. Because if any of my children that I teach are in this live, they'll know we get the work done, and they do very well. So most teachers are much nicer than you think they are, is what I'm saying. You want to do a tour of my house? Listen here. You want a tour of my house? You want to know where I live? No. Sorry, this is as much as you're going to see in my house right here. I'm in my bedroom. This is it. These are my cupboards. This one's slightly open. That's it. That's all you're going to see. I want to keep some part of my life private. I mean, you can see the view out of my bedroom if you want, because you can go see that on a TikTok as well, because I got a huge building that's now being built next to my flat. So yeah, but I gotta keep some of my room just secretive. And also my room is very messy, so is my flat, so I mean, nah. Do I have children? No, I don't have children. I have enough children at school to worry about, but no. I have no children. Just so that you all put this into context, okay? Because there seems to be some kind of like confusion over my age, and I just need to just clarify something. I'm not old enough to have a child who would be in high school. I mean, I'm old enough to have like a small child, but like, let's just clarify that. So no, I don't have any children. I'm childless at the moment. What is my next move? Principal. Well, that's the long-term goal. No, I don't think I'd ever want to be a principal. There's just too much going on. There's too much like admin to be a principal. In order to be a principal, I also need to get my master's, which I'm working on, but that's tough because that would mean I need to go back to university for at least 2 years, because that's how long it takes roughly to finish your master's, and it also costs a lot of money too. So I did really well in university, so what I can do is also just apply for postgraduate financial support, and that, like, if you do very well in your undergrad, then they'll pay for your postgrad, which is cool. But I would love to be a deputy principal one day, but not a principal. Too much going on. Oh, so many. I can't read them all at the same time because they all get stuck at the bottom. What do I teach? I teach life sciences, biology. I teach bio. At what school do I teach? Well, that's a very interesting question. It's like a well-known secret. That's all I'll say. How do I create boundaries with my older students, since they normally try to push boundaries? Okay. You know what's so funny about this is, I know that you're all watching me right now and you're looking at me and you're like, she must have a hard time disciplining her students. How does she set boundaries? I don't even know how to say this, but how I am here now is how I am. But if I'm in a school setting and we're in a classroom, you're going to get teacher. You're not going to get TikToker. So what's interesting is, from day one, my students know their boundaries. They know their place. I know my place. They give respect. I give respect, etc. We're all good. And if some of my old students are here as well, they know that I don't play like that. And I don't maybe look like a strict teacher, but I sort of am. I mean, I'm not like strict, like annoying, like Karen strict. Just like, we get stuff done, we work hard, and we're respectful. So, and I've also actually done a TikTok on how to like set up boundaries with your students as well. House tour is not happening. It's not happening. Do I speak Afrikaans? Well, I mean, I live in South Africa, so what kind of question is that? Of course I do. What I am doing right now is, I'm currently learning isiXhosa. I would love to be fluent in isiXhosa in the same way that I can speak English and Afrikaans. If I could go back in time and I could pick isiXhosa as my second language, then I would have probably done matric in that. That would have been what I would have liked to have done. So that's currently what I'm doing. I take lessons like once a week, which I think is an important part of being a teacher as well. Is you need to immerse yourself in every aspect of your students, including the languages they speak. And if English is not their first language, then you need to make every effort to communicate with them in a language that they can understand. So, just something for you to think about as well. You think I'll make a good principal? Do you? Where am I? Vicky. let me read your question here quickly. Where am I from? You sound Aussie or South African? I'm South African. I know South Africans often get confused with Australians, and that's just because of the way we say certain words. And besides that, like half of the South African population already lives in Australia. Like everyone's migrated there. But no, South African. Do I let my students on my phone? Is this Gemma? Yes, sometimes. It just depends on what we're doing. So if I need you to access something, you go on your phone. If I've given work and I know that it's going to be like 20 minutes of you working on your own, I'll be like, get your phone out, you can listen to music, but if you're going to listen to music, then I don't want it to be so we can all hear it, number one. And number two, listen to music, but don't spend like 20 minutes scrolling through YouTube trying to find just the right sound. You know what I mean? So yeah, I do let my students use their phone, just in the right appropriate time. That's all. What grades do I teach? I teach from grade 8 to 12, so that means 14 to 18-year-olds is what I teach. I have one class of each grade that I teach biology to. Do I teach a Crawford? No, I don't teach a Crawford. Do I have any more high school relationship stories? Yes, I do. So I think I posted a part 2 just now, like literally 10 minutes ago or 20 minutes ago. So that's up to the story of boy 1, boy 2. But I have filmed another TikTok that I'm going to post today as well. It'll be up today, talking about a different love triangle with 2 girls and a boy, and the one girl is the girl best friend and the other one is the girlfriend. Drama. That's also going to be up at some point today as well. So I want to flood my TikTok with those kinds of TikToks, like, gotta have variety. So many people have come in and out. You are all so interested in where I teach. Why do you want to know? It doesn't matter. Does it? I mean, if you're starting high school for the first time and you see me tomorrow, okay, number one, I'll have a mask on, so you're going to see me like from here up. But, and then, most of my students don't even talk to me about my TikTok either. So, but maybe that's just because they're fangirling from a distance. How? It's too quick. I can't read them. They're moving too fast. Give us a province in the Western Cape. Cape Town. Southern suburbs. There we go. I've narrowed it down. Hey, it's Gladdy. How do you know everything about them dating? I mean, I don't know everything about them dating. You see, I don't quite understand why people don't realize this, or why students don't realize this. But one, teachers used to be students at some point as well. We went to school as well, so we know the tricks, okay? Two, you as students talk really loudly about your business with your teacher in the room. And this has happened many times. I've been minding my own business. I'm doing tick on my computer, just like, doing my thing, whatever. And like people like right near my desk will talk about their business. And I'll be like, wow. Or I've been in like a sports bus and we've been coming back from sport, and I've had like girls in the back of the bus, and there's just me there and them, my team, and I can hear all of their conversations, like, and it's not like I'm far away, it's not like the bus is that noisy or there's like loud music playing. Literally, I'm one seat in front of them and I can hear all their conversations and everything that happened on the weekend. So I don't need to go digging for dirt, I need to go digging for drama. I just literally live in my teacher bubble, and my students bring me the drama. They bring it to me, they don't even know that they're doing it, they're talking about it, and it's like I'm invisible. Somehow it seems as though the moment I like step like 1 foot out of my classroom, I'm invisible now, and like people don't notice that I'm there. My hoops, these guys, where they're from. So these actually came in a subscription box that I subscribed to, which is, I think it's the fashion box. I'm just trying to see, I have it just over there. Oh, the box fashion, that's what it is. And the hoops came in the subscription box. They came with some rings, these earrings, a beautiful hat, like a beach towel thing. It was a themed box. The theme was like staycation. So, but these are my new favorite earrings. Any advice for grade 11s? Grade 11s. Oh, thank you so much, Sienna, for the gift. Okay. So, I think that grade 11s actually have a more challenging time than matric. And I'll tell you why. It's because you are going to use your grade 11 marks to apply for university, and that's a lot more pressure. And I also think the workload that you have in grade 11 is quite, as actually I think the workload in grade 11 is equal to that of grade 12, to be honest. The only difference is you just get examined more in grade 12, so it's like you're doing more assessments. But for just my subject, for just grade 11s, essential things for bio is you've got to work on your terminology, and you have got to work on how you answer questions in an exam. And that's what I want my grade 11s to work on this year too, to work on how you answer questions in an exam. And that's what I want my grade 11s to work on this year too. Oh, there we go. We're back. I just lost the connection just a little bit. What's my favorite section to teach? No, I don't teach at Milnerton High. My favorite section to teach, genetics and DNA in grade 12. I also really love evolution, but definitely genetics. That's my favorite section, that and DNA. In grade 11, it's probably, I really love teaching the kidney. Grade 10, love animal tissues and the skeleton and muscles. So I've got like a favorite topic for each grade, essentially. Things I like teaching more than others. There are obviously sections that I don't like teaching, because teachers, by the way, this is not a secret either, but teachers also don't like teaching certain things as well. Please don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Sienna, thank you so much again for the TikTok gifts. Don't be fooled. Teachers don't like doing everything. We don't like teaching every topic. I don't. I certainly don't. So please don't think that we do. How do I feel about quiet kids? So when I first started teaching, I misunderstood what it meant to be a quiet student. So at first I just thought that quiet students were not interested, or that they were just very maybe introverted, and I didn't see that as a strength in the very beginning of my teaching career. But now I'm a little bit older now, I see that quiet students are often very resilient, they're hard workers, and I'm opposite of that when it comes to their personality. So they might be more quiet and they don't like to be called upon to like answer questions, but I want to hear what they have to say, you know. So I sometimes have to check myself and be like, you know, sometimes quiet students don't want to put their hand up, they don't want to answer questions because they don't want like the spotlight on them. And I also have to keep that in mind, that my students are not all obviously the same, and so I need to treat them that way because I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. But at the same time, I just want to push you a little bit past your comfort zone to see if I can get a little bit out of you, because also sometimes quiet learners can be left behind and they can be forgotten, and they don't ask for help when they need help. So sort of my responsibility to get out there and help as many quiet students as possible. Why do teachers always say no to going to the bathroom? Can I tell you something? There are so many story times I can tell you why I don't trust students going to the bathroom, okay? 99% of the time, if you ask me to go to the bathroom, I'm gonna let you go. But I got some stories to tell you as to why I'm not always giving to let everybody go to the bathroom. And that's a story for another time. That's a story for another time. Study tips for grade 11, bio. Okay, so I have a couple of those. You really need to condense your notes because you're going to get a lot of content this year. That means you need to be summarizing. I've actually posted a YouTube video on how to make biology notes if you're interested. The link to my YouTube is in my bio. Please go have a look. This whole year I'm going to be uploading loads more videos. There's a lot already for grade 12s that's up there, but I've got content for grade 10s and 11s that I'm working on that I'll also be posting, and I'll be doing lives like I did last year before exams where you can ask me questions and look for help, because that's really important to me, is helping as many of you as possible. Any advice for someone who wants to become a teacher? Depends on what you want to do, and what I mean by that is if you want to be a high school teacher, then I suggest you specialize in your degree first, and then you get something called a PGCE, which is like a postgraduate study. It's different in different countries around the world. I'm just talking about South Africa. The reason why I say that is you open more doors. Your degree allows you to do more than just getting a teaching degree, because when you get a teaching degree, you can only teach. Whereas if you have like your Bachelor of Science degree, and then you get your teaching certificate with that, which is like a year-long course, you can do more than one thing if teaching doesn't work out for you. But that only really applies mostly to high school. If you want to be like a grade 1 to a grade 7 teacher, so like primary school, then you specialize in teaching, and then you get a Bachelor of Education and you specialize in a phase. And when you're that kind of teacher, you're almost like a jack of all trades, because you teach so many age groups and so many subjects as well. It just depends on your personality as well. If you like different age groups, I could never teach young children like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. That's why I'm a high school teacher, because I want to teach teenagers, and because they can think and they can converse and they're funny and they're entertaining. So that's why I picked high school. So someone asking there about grade 8 study tips. I actually have that up already, but I feel like it's so far down that people struggle to find it because I've got to scroll all the way down to find it. But I actually have done grade 8 study tips already. And for those of you who are in grade 8 this year for the first time, like I said, in my YouTube channel there is a video that is perfect for you. It tells you how to make notes. It tells you how to study and make study notes and what to do with them. And you can go and find that. It's in my YouTube. The link is in my TikTok bio, right there. Subscribe. I post at least once a week. I'll be posting even this TikTok. I always put my TikToks up on my channel so people can go back and watch them again. So I think that's Kayla. You wanted to do a PGCE in life sciences. Any advice? Do it. Do it. I'm assuming then that that would mean that you have your degree in some kind of science already. So get your PGCE. Teach life sciences. It's a great subject to teach. Just like other science subjects, there is sort of like a shortage of science and maths teachers as well. Life sciences is included. It's not an easy subject. It's definitely not a subject that a lot of people take. When I was graduating from university, from my university, I went to Wits University. In my year, for my specialist subject and to do grade 10, 11 and 12, which means I'm like a specialist teacher, there was only 8 life sciences teachers graduating that year, which means technically only 8 life sciences teachers could enter into the work world and replace teachers that were maybe leaving the profession or retiring, which is not a lot of teachers. It's not a lot. When I compare it to the English class, there was at least 120 that were leaving, were graduating. So do it. You'll be in demand. Thank you again, Sienna, for the gifts. I really do appreciate it. So I have a question for all of you sitting out there watching me. Okay. Is there anything you would like me to do in my videos, like for school now, that you would want to see? Like the most common one I get is, please can you make videos on how to study? So I'm going to do lots more of that. But is there anything that you think that would make your life easier in high school in general or in biology that I can help you with? And that's something else I wanted to say is every Friday I'm probably going to do the end of the week Q&A. So if you've been at school the whole week and you've learned something new in life sciences or biology or natural science and you want to ask me, every Friday like afternoon I'm going to do a little Q&A session and you can ask your questions, especially if you have online school and you haven't been able to contact your teacher or you're not getting maybe the help that you need, then every Friday I'm going to be doing that as well. Let me see if there's any other questions from anybody else, just because it moves sometimes so quickly. Hi Tamara. What phone do I have? I have an iPhone. Like an old iPhone, like an iPhone 6. I need to upgrade. Stat. Because the video quality of my TikToks is horrible. How long does it take to study being a teacher, and do you study a certain subject for all them? So to become a teacher it takes 4 years. It doesn't matter which way you become a teacher. So if you do 3 years undergrad, which means you get like, for example, your degree in science, and then you do 1 year teaching certificate. Or you can do 4 years straight of just teaching, and when you do the 4 years straight of just teaching, then you specialize in the grades you want to teach and then the subject you want to major in. So I majored in 2 things, but it depends on what grade you want to teach. If you teach the younger ones, you don't really major in things. You've got to be good at everything. You've got to teach them maths, languages, science. So it really depends. And it depends on your personality. Some people like to go the education route because it gives you a better curriculum understanding. It gives you more skills to teach. Whereas the other route gives you a little bit more content knowledge, like you know more. So it just really depends. Oh, this is a good one. Somebody, I can't see the name. I need to move out the way because of the background. Koala lover. Can you do advice? Can you do a video of a study timetable setup? Yes, it's actually in my drafts currently. I just haven't posted it because the relevancy of posting it now maybe would not be as important if I posted it like a few weeks from now. But it's in my drafts. I have made a video on how to make a study timetable or a revision timetable, and on top of that, how to time manage correctly, especially with online school and some people doing like a home one day and then at school the next day, and you have to like juggle your work. So it's in my drafts. I will be posting it shortly. I think everybody, I am probably going to say goodbye soon because I'm starving. I've been out all day. What's the worst mark you have ever given for a test? Probably 0. But can I tell you a secret? As a teacher, shock, horror, my worst mark, I failed a couple tests. I failed a couple tests. Like, people think that teachers are invincible and that teachers were like amazing in high school and in school. No, we weren't. No, we weren't. Okay? Maybe some of us, but not all of us. Most of us, no. We've all failed a couple of tests, including myself. So don't think that teachers are always perfect, because we're not. We've also failed. Okay? And by the way, you failing a test in like grade 8, which I made a video about this, no one's gonna ask you about it. No one's gonna be like, no one's gonna be like, oh, I remember that you failed that grade 10 test, or you failed that grade 8 test, or you failed that grade 11 test. No one's gonna remember that. No one in your adult life asks you about any of those things. They want to know, did you get from high school? Did you leave high school? Did you get a job? Did you go study? Like, they want to know that stuff. But I think, everybody, I'm going to go soon. I've been up here for a while. I can do a video on bullying. Definitely. I've seen a few people also comment on my videos about whether or not we can tell if students are depressed or their mental health is not in the right space. And I'm thinking of doing a bit of a mental health awareness series of TikToks as well, just so that any student knows what to do if they feel lost and alone and with no one to help. So I plan on doing that too. Okay, I think, everybody, I'm going to say goodbye. I need to go and make myself something to eat. And I always post this TikTok live up on my YouTube. I normally post it a little bit later, so it'll probably be up around like 7 or 8. So if you want to go back and watch it, you're more than welcome to. It'll be there. But like I said, every Friday I'll be doing a Q&A, so you can ask me questions from school. And yeah, I will see you guys. Have a good week. Have a good first day of school. Enjoy high school if you're going for the first time. You'll love it. You'll love it. Okay, bye guys.